Assalamu'alaikum, warahmatullahi, wabarakatuh, my peoples. Um, yeah, it is Friday evening. Again, Juma Mubarak. You know, we are close to finishing the 6 articles of imaan in Islam, which is, I was not expecting it to take this long as well, but not in a bad way. Like, I'm glad that it actually is taking this long because that means that there's a bunch of information to absorb, like there's a lot to take in. So, what we'll be discussing today is belief in the last day. So, that is the fifth article of Iman out of the 6. So, belief in the last day. After belief in one God, belief in the last day is the most emphasized doctrine mentioned in the Holy Quran. No other revealed book draws such a vivid picture of life after death as does the Holy Quran. Now, according to the Holy Quran, the entire universe will come to an end on the day of judgment. The deed will be resurrected. The dead will be resurrected, and accounts will be taken of their deeds. People with good deeds will be entering heaven, whilst those with bad records will be thrown into hell. Now, according to the teachings of Islam, hell is a abode while heaven is everlasting. Hell is a temporary abode while heaven is everlasting. And it may be noted that many Muslims believe that hell is also everlasting. Oh, well, that is a mini thing added in my notes. But okay. So the garden promised to the righteous has rivers of water that is not corrupted, and rivers of milk of which the taste changes not, and rivers of wine full of delight for those who drink, and rivers of pure honey as well. Thus, paradise may be understood as having endless streams flowing with these things. Some people, unfortunately, misunderstand these things and take them quite literally. The water of life, which a person possessing insight drinks spiritually in this life, will be present overtly in the life to come. The spiritual milk which he drinks spiritually, like a sucking babe in the world, will be seen openly in paradise. The wine of the love of God, with which he spiritually. I was on a roll. But the wine of the love of God, with which he was spiritual drunk in the world, will be made manifest paradise in streams. The honey of the sweetness of faith, which one possessed of insight, swallowed spiritually in the world, will be felt and observed in the shape of streams in paradise. So, in short and in conclusion, spiritual conditions will no longer be hidden, but will become physically visible. Now that whole piece, like to actually break it down, I think a lot of people are going to let that fly over their heads. Like the spiritual aspects of all of those things, the water, the milk, the wine, the honey, I think, that's a really interesting way of wording it. I'm not going to lie. I would like to read over that again in my spare time and then actually try and break it down. But that was something. So, hold up. Let me see. Okay. We do have it open. So in the Holy Quran, there are many signs of the coming hour, but its exact timing is only known to God. Following is a description of the Day of Judgment taken from the Holy Quran itself in Surah Al-Qari'ah, chapter 101. Now, the last day, prominent in every religion, like every single religion, like one of the 5 big things to discuss in religion across the board, final judgment day. And it's scary as well, especially the facts that I've learned about the last day as well. Like I've recently learned that it is actually 50 years of waiting and things like that. Like imagine that. Like how wild is it that it's 50 years just of that? I'm not too sure if it's 50, if the whole thing would take 50 years, or if is you would have to wait 50 years and then everything begins, like the judgment and things. But either way, it's scary to think about that. On average, people, if they're lucky, see 60 to 80 years. If you're lucky, if you are lucky, you're telling me that the dunya is this short, and then just the waiting in line to be judged, if not getting judged, will take up to 50K, 50,000 years. Like, how many lifetimes is that? So that should really like open your eyes as well. I think that the dunya is genuinely so short. I see why they keep on emphasizing on it going to be seeming like a dream when you finally wake up, which is, when you get a taste of death, or on Judgment Day, or after that, like this entire life will seem like it was just, because if you think about the actual timeline of everything, the timeline of Judgment Day, then the whole idea of being in heaven, Jannah, being eternal, like what is 50 to 80 years? Even if you made it to 100, like what is that? So I think that's something to take into. But there's a bunch of things that I would like to discuss about the final day. I'll definitely have a specific video for that one, because there's so much that could be discussed. The major signs preceding the final day, the trumpet of Israfil, the scale as well, the bridge of Sirat. The bridge of Sirat is, I would put that up there with something that I would like to discuss, top 5. Add that one on. So we got the 5 pillars, we got the spiritual world before the heavens and earth were created, and then we got the bridge of Sirat. Like, that's my thing. Like, I like my hidden list that we have yet to build up our own knowledge on. But alhamdulillah, that was the video discussing the final day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, and the article that you would have to prescribe to it if you are choosing to become a Muslim, or if you are Muslim as well. Inshallah, everyone gets the opportunity and is blessed. But yeah, everyone, again, shukran so much for tuning in, and until next time, well, the next video will be the final article of Iman as well, so we'll see what is in that one. But shukran again for showing love and supporting, whether you're subbing on YouTube or following me on TikTok. A like is a like, a view is a view. I appreciate everyone. But you people be safe though. Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.